We cannot help that we are attracted to men that show signs of dominance. I think a lot of us we wish we could turn it off, but we can't. It's just what we're attracted to. We're biologically hardwired to do that, unfortunately. So
we're biologically hardwired to. Did you say we're biologically hardwired to want chaotic, criminal?
Well, dominant, yeah, dominant. Because you got to think of like Ted Bundy. He had women. Yeah, he had women writing him love letters. I didn't. He impregnated a woman. He impregnated a woman while he was in prison for murdering women. This is a real Luigi Mangione.
I don't think that's a woman thing. I think that's a thing that certain women do.
Well, you are
to translate for the men who don't understand how women talk with their eyes. When she said certain women do, she meant white women. And notice her body language. She's like, what are you talking about? I'm so confused. I'm just a dumb girl. I don't know what I'm doing. You know exactly what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, there's no.
Let her land and you respond. You're going to get the mic. Let her land.
Not every woman does that. There's different levels of dominance. However, we are still attracted to dominant men, and that does come in the form of if a man can kill someone else, we know he can protect us biologically. So that just is what it is.
So you find you equate dominance with you find a man that can dominate and harm a woman attractive?
What's crazy about Jazz is you will say one thing, but the way her mind interprets it is completely different. Pearl is clearly talking generalities, and Jazz didn't like what she had to say, so she had to make it personal.
That's one way that men describe it, or that's one way that men do it, and women do select those men. So I try not to apply morality to this, good or bad, it doesn't matter.
For y'all that don't know how to interpret woman language, this is Pearl offering an olive branch saying, listen, I wasn't making it about you. You can make it about you if you want to get offended, but it wasn't about you. So chill out. Like, this is all women. Not a big deal.
Because women do pick criminals. Criminals are men that have committed a violent crime are actually more likely. They are more likely to reproduce than men that haven't. So I didn't make this world. I didn't make women write love letters.
Has that been your experience? Like, the criminals?
When people don't like what you have to say, they try to turn it around to something personal to discredit your character instead of looking at the facts and statistics.
To be fair, I don't know many criminals. So that hasn't been my experience personally. I've interviewed 1,000 people. A good chunk of them did, procreate and date men with felonies. That's not uncommon. So okay, especially in the black community, if we're going to be honest, that's uncommon. So I don't know why you're pretending to not know what I'm talking about. You can gaslight these tips, but you can't gaslight me.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think you know anything about the black community, but I will say about the white community, there's a lot of white women that find men who kill other women attractive. Those are the women that were.
I fucking told y'all. That's what she meant by some women do like that. She's telling on herself.
I will about it. I will gaslight you. I would say that's true. That's true. There are white women that do that.
I can't hear you.
Hold on, real quick. Hey, hold on. I'm gonna say it again. Hold on, real quick.
I can't hear you while I'm talking. I don't even know why she even brought up the black community.
You can't say that until she lands. Like I want you to say, right now, we got strong personalities on the panel. Please let the person finish and then respond. You can't say the person interrupted you, and why you talking over me while I'm talking if you already interrupted the person. Let her finish. You the first person that can respond to her, Jazz. You're the first person. Just let her land.
I did let her land.
No, you didn't let her land, Jazz.
Okay. It's fine. Let's start now.
Okay, well, you asked me why I brought it up, the black community, because you're black, so you would know. It's like, I don't. The same reason you brought up the white community, because I'm white. I didn't have eyes,
If you're done, first of all, that's very disrespectful.
It's very disrespectful.
This was a conversation about.
Hey, friends, we don't need that leaves. Jess can handle it. Let her handle it.
Go ahead.
So, like I said,
we're offended. Next.
Go ahead, Jess. Let Jess finish. Let's go ahead, Jess.
I will. Yeah, go ahead.
Jess,
so, like I said, we were speaking about relationships in general. Nobody said anything about black or white until you brought it up, and for what reason I don't know. It didn't add anything to the conversation. First of all, you're speaking on the nature of women and how we are all naturally attracted to men who are criminals, and then you made a point to say,
So later on in the podcast, things got really heated. I called Jazz out and said that she essentially fired shots first. I informed both Aaliyah and Fatty that I had been taking notes and it was Jazz who fired off first. They pulled up a clip that actually started after where I started, and they essentially called Pearl out for making it about race when Jazz had already done that. I have no issues with apologizing when I was wrong, but I was not wrong. And I did, during the podcast, tell them if I was wrong, I'm just gonna publicly apologize right now and say I'm sorry. And I even sent them private messages saying, thank you so much for having me on. I enjoyed myself. I respect what y'all have built and appreciate y'all letting me join your panels. So this video is in response to people who are trying to call me out and say that I lack accountability. And that's what I have to say about that. As always, God bless. Have a day you deserve. Bye.